David Yandrade, colon osteopathy, Andrade Natural Health. Been a bit of a hiatus since my last sauna video. I wanted to update and share my reflections. I've just had a busman's holiday. I've attended a 5-day conference, it's a Barbara O'Neill Good Food Project, give that a look at. Pretty much revision for me, but it was looking into a detox break. As an osteopath, is it appropriate for me to appear in a sauna? Probably not. As a natural hygienist, naturopathic, nutritionist, and nature cure advocate, well, yes it is. And that is the context within which I'm presenting today. I just wanted to share my reflections about things like the Good Food Project, good food, detoxing, as I continue to share my health care journey. I am not a shining example of a pristine diet. I have got a long history, going back, I think it was 12, 13 years, of environmental toxins. But as the naturopathic nutritionist or naturopath will do with you, when you analyse carefully the potential restrictions to optimum health, there is usually considerably more in play to what would manifest as an injury, a musculoskeletal injury. I frequently have this discussion as an osteopath with people who say, no, it can't be that, it only started hurting when I did this movement. But if you have a slow, steady restriction of range of movement, sooner or later any innocuous movement will cause a problem. You will swear blind that the pain occurred because of a movement. The naturopathic nutritionist or nature cure person will know after a few carefully phrased comments or questions that what actually makes makes the muscle really go isn't the trigger. We are geared towards remembering the trigger, what set it off. That doesn't mean that's what caused it. Excuse me. The cause to a problem, as I've discovered over these last 20 odd years, is consistently, and I do mean this, it is consistently down to the underlying pattern within a person's body. I am acutely aware that this is challenged by very good chiropractors and very good osteopaths and physios. I know that. But when you look at the restrictions to joints that make them vulnerable to mechanical movements, there is a pattern that emerges with incredible consistency. Can you palliate, can you ease the pain using exercise? Absolutely yes. Does that mean the pain will stay away for 6 months, a year? Nope. I rarely see it. Instead, what I see is people saying, yes, I go to my chiropractor, I go to my physio or osteo or whoever, and I get my maintenance treatment and I feel fine. This reminds me of an encounter I had years ago where someone came to me where they wanted an improvement on their maintenance because they were getting a manual treatment and they felt good 1 week out of the month. I improved upon that and we got them feeling okay with 2 weeks out of the month. Not satisfactory to me, but the individual did not want to pursue lifestyle change. After about a year, without any, and repeated requests by myself to try and get a lifestyle change, the patient in question said, my fiance, are going to be getting married and we need to save a bit more money. And I can't continue with these maintenance treatments. And I said, will you please let me analyse your lifestyle? We discovered that in this particular case, the chap was having far too much industrial made cheese. We found this out. We said, stop eating cheese for a month. He came back the next month. His lower back pain stopped. Didn't diminish, it stopped. So there are these, let's call them triggers, where if you analyse your diet very, very carefully, then your musculoskeletal pain will go. Does that mean that's going to be you, the listener or the viewer? I don't know. That's why you have to do an assessment. That's why at Current Osteopathy, where people present, a lot of them, it's FEMSK, that's why we're taking a little bit longer now on new patients. Most people say, I'm rambling a bit, I know. Most people say, when I ask, do you want an MSK treatment, or do you want a dual treatment, or do you want a nutritional treatment? And they say, I just want to feel better. But this isn't quite what I'm looking for. Because if I say to you, fine, stop eating sugar, goodbye, people will say, well, you haven't done anything. I have. I've given you some very sound advice. Sugar is highly inflammatory, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So people want more than that. But people don't realise that isn't what they say they want, isn't quite what they want. It's a huge problem in osteopathic consultations. So speaks a practitioner of some 20 years experience. It's a huge problem when people say, I just want to feel better. Because I need to know, and practitioners need to know, particularly those who are multiply qualified, know really what are you prepared to change for your well-being. There are things like fasting. Does it work? Yep. For some people, it is absolutely incredible. A 3-day fast, for some people, check through a careful consultation first, there's nothing better to stop you hurting. I need to find out from a careful case history if it will work. But if you come to me with an MSK pain and you want me to juggle your muscles, you will find that is, what's the word? Unacceptable. You'll say, oh, you've only spoken to me. I've had people say, well, hang on a minute, all you've done is speak to me. No, dear listener, that is not all I've done. You've been having a consultation, and I've been analysing your presenting complaint. I've been looking at how you move. I've been listening to what you're saying in between the lines. And if you think that's unskilled, think again. It takes a long time to make an analysis appear like a simple conversation, let me tell you. And to those practitioners out there, or whatever your hat, I know you know what I'm talking about, where you get a presentation and you deliberately insert what appears to be an innocuous comment, an innocuous conversational question. You're asking a bit more detail. And so, listener, when you have that sense of this person's just talking with me, no, they're not. But we don't have the time to go into which philosophy we're applying in your consultation. So if you're seeing an experienced practitioner, it isn't a treatment. It's a consultation, because there is a myriad of data coming through. I hope that helps.